You've come back. Good. You heard the storm coming last time. You saw the smoke on the horizon. You know my name. Garron Blackridge. But names are just the graves we carve for the boys we used to be. You've heard the legend, the Warborn King, the one who comes south. But you haven't heard the truth. Not the banners, not the blood, the frost. Let me show you where I started. Before the sword, before the crown, when all I had was cold hands, empty fire, and a reason to wait. I was born where the cold doesn't cut, it crushes. Where the wind teaches you how to bleed quietly. Where the fire is a luxury, and names mean nothing unless someone remembers them when you're gone. No legacy, no prophecy, just a boy beneath the frost. I didn't grow up with banners above me. I grew up under a sky so black, it swallowed sound. While the southern sun sipped wine and warmed their feet on marble floors, we learned to sleep with blades in our hands. Not out of courage, out of necessity. We didn't pray, we counted our ribs. We didn't dream, we listened to wolves outside, to breathing inside. And when the breathing stopped, we kept going. The South never saw us. Not truly. To them, we were shadows, wild things. Unwashed, they passed us in their wagons, fat with food and silk, tossing scraps like kings tossing crowns. And I took those scraps, but I never begged. I remembered their faces. The first blade I ever held was rusted. The first time I bled, I bit through the pain and kept walking. The first time I led, it was because no one else could stand. Not out of strength, out of need. There were others louder than me, braver. They screamed, they charged south, and they died. But I waited. I listened. I watched their roads, counted their food stores, marked which nobles traveled without guards. I watched the rot spread, and I let it. The South feasted while we starved, and I waited, because I knew hunger teaches harder lessons than comfort ever could. I knew one day the gates would crack, and I'd be there to walk through. They laughed at us, at me, called me feral, called me frostborn. But frost endures. Fire flares and dies. Frost waits. Frost remembers. Now they whisper my name like it's a curse. But this isn't a curse. It's justice. It's the reckoning they carved themselves. In every hungry mouth they ignored. I remember every winter. I remember the years the snow came early and the food didn't come at all. I remember the boys who gave up and the ones who went south too soon, thinking they could win with fire and pride. They died screaming. I didn't scream. I waited. And now that I've risen, now that they say my name, like it's some myth carved in ice, they still don't understand. I'm not the end of the old world. I'm the answer to it. Let the nobles tell stories about dragons. Let the Imperium chant their oaths. Let the dwarves hammer out their laws in empty halls. They think the world belongs to those who remember. But memory doesn't matter without motion. And I'm not just moving. I'm coming. So write your songs. Carve your stones. Tell your children the North is dead and buried. But when your gates shatter and the wind turns sharp again, you'll remember the boy you left beneath the frost, and you'll understand. I am Garron Blackridge, and now I wait no longer.